We are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle, and I'm joined here with my brother Tim. And today we got a small baseball slate to go over, and then we have a little game tonight called Monday Night Football. So it should be a later day. This should be a shorter stream, and hopefully we'll find some. I have some spots I really like, and for baseball, I'm feeling a little doggy today. So this should be an interesting day. And but before we get into today's slate, you guys know what we do before every single day. We go over what we had yesterday and what went right and what went wrong. And looking at yesterday, a lot went wrong in baseball. A lot went right in football. I had for baseball a 3 and 5 day. St. Louis, first 5 in full game. They continue to get hot, and I am loving my 55-1 ticket right now. I know they're only in a wild card spot, but hey, when I bet them at 55-1, they were still like 3 games out of a wild card spot. Now, if you want to bet the Cardinals, they're 33-1. I don't know about you, but that sounds like value there. Because I feed a 22-1 live movement. Just saying. Not saying they're going to win the World Series, but if they make the playoffs, that's a pretty damn good start for a 55-1 ticket, and that leads to very good hedging opportunities. But my other win came from the Oakland Athletics first 5 run line. I cashed that at plus 105. Losses from San Fran first 5 run line of 0-0 there. Houston somehow lost their first 5 run line. Milwaukee team total over 4.5. They scored 4. Pittsburgh first 5, they were up 1-0, I think, in that game, and then they gave up 2 runs in the bottom of the 4th, and that was all they wrote. And then LA and Cincinnati first 5 under did not cash. Over on the football side, though, overall yesterday I went 6 and 5 plus 1.81 units in video plays, or overall, my bad. And I finished like up 3 something for video plays. Our best bet, once again, lost by a last-second field goal. Very frustrating. Negative variance to our circa picks as well. The Chargers, -3.5, did not come through. Falcons did not come through. Eagles did not come through. Those were only teams that didn't come through for me, though. Tennessee, +5.5 and +210, or +6.5 and +235 on video plays. Cashed. Buffalo Bills, -3. Demolished. Bounce back spot for the Bills. Then we had the Texans. The Texans are a team, they're not going to win many games, but they will cover because everybody has this stigma in their head that this Texans team is going to be crap this year. Yes, they are, but they're going to cover games. And then the over 54.5, an absolute no sweater. I do wish I jumped on that Ravens because I kept saying, I want to jump on the Ravens. I was waiting all day long for that line to hit 4 or 4.5 with all that money coming in on the Chiefs. The Chiefs -3.5 that was probably the biggest trap that the books are going to lay the entire season. I heard a source saying that this was probably going to be the highest liability game that the NFL is going to have potentially this whole season. So a very, very profitable day there for the books on that game. Overall, profitable day for me. I finished overall 6 and 5 with it up 1.81 units and had a nice +210 cash in there, +235. So not a bad day for me on football there. So far, I'm 15 and 8 on video picks, 15 and 10 overall this NFL season. Feeling really good about it heading into week number 3. So it should be a good, it's a good start for me here. And I do have 2 plays for tonight's NFL game.
Oh, yeah. Yesterday I focused on NFL. I did not bet any baseball. But looking at NFL, as Nick discussed, I think I went pretty well. Obviously, our best bet did not cash. But looking at my bets, I did have the Rams -3.5. That one did not work out. I had the Bills, which cashed. I had the Eagles, who didn't. I had the Panthers, who did. I had the Chargers that didn't. Tennessee cashed, and the over in that Baltimore game cashed. So overall, I think it ended up being a 3 and 3 for video day. 4 and 2 for video plays, 4 and 3 for premiums. or for including the circa bet. So it was an okay day. Can't really complain. I ended up being a little bit profitable in NFL. Fortunately, for the last day of that WNBA season, 0-3. So that kind of sucked. But overall, can't complain. Live to bet another day.
Absolutely, absolutely. And let's get into today's slate. We have a 9 or 11 game baseball slate. Sup, Dennis?
Morning, Francisco.
Yeah, I believe we have a 9 game, 11 game slate, 10 game slate. Yeah, 10 game slate, including a doubleheader. So we're going to kick it on off here. The Kansas City Royals are at the Cleveland Indians for this one. This is game 1 of a doubleheader in this for this matchup. Brady Singer, Tristan McKenzie, your pitching matchup for this. Where are you looking at for this game?
Yeah, I just put the scroller up. I'm not betting a doubleheader, especially between Kansas City and Cleveland. That's just come on, that's just gross. If anything, it's a lean towards the home team in Cleveland. McKenzie's been pitching a little bit better as of late. He hasn't been that terrible, but it's not a spot that I'm willing to get to. You know me and my doubleheaders. I bet I think all of 2 of them this year. And this is no exception to my rule. I'm not betting this doubleheader game.
Yeah, looking at this one here, we do get a pitching matchup. Brady Singer is, if my things will load, there we go, 4-10 this year with a 4.85 ERA, a 1.56 WHIP, and 120 2/3 innings pitched, 124 strikeouts, and 51 walks. On the other side, Tristan McKenzie is 5-6 with a 4.28 ERA, a 1.06 WHIP, and 109 and a third innings pitch. He has 127 strikeouts and 50 walks. And looking at this game, we're getting Cleveland, who's won back-to-back games heading into today. They're at home, and they're facing a Kansas City team that struggles on the road, 31-43 this season. And honestly, I see value on these Cleveland Indians. I'm tempted to pull the trigger on this game. I'm seeing that Cleveland is 28-13, 68.3% as a home favorite this year, which is 5th in the major leagues, only behind Tampa Bay, LA, San Fran, and Colorado, who has an 80% win rate when they're a home favorite. And looking at this game, I kind of like the Indians in this one. I understand it's only a 7-inning game, but I'm going to hop on it here. I know that this is not the greatest of pitching matchups. I know it's a doubleheader. Give me the Cleveland Indians in this first game of the doubleheader, minus 148 on the money line. I think they take care of business here against a Kansas City Royals team that I'm not particularly high on. And this Cleveland team plays really well at home. So I'll take their full game money line here. It's only a 7-inning game, so there's no first 5 line available. So I'll go full game Cleveland Indians minus 148 on this one.
1-800-GAMBLER.
Yeah.
We'll go ahead and move on.
So line on Cleveland move to minus or move to 190. Nope, never mind. Okay. Yeah, moving on. Pittsburgh Pirates are at the Cincinnati Reds in this one. Minus 160 for the Reds, plus 145 for the Pirates in this game. Total of 9 in this game. Dylan Peters takes on Vladimir Gutierrez, and the Pirates are a team that I, for some reason, cannot get right. The last 3 times I've bet them, they've lost, and here's why. Or here's the game. Here's why I bet them the last 3 times. Because the last 3 series, they've won the first 2 games and lost the sweep. Looking at this game here, I'm not betting it. This is a pretty simple stay-off spot. Dylan Peters, 1-2 with a 2.66 ERA, a 1.27 WHIP, and 23 2/3 innings pitched, 20 strikeouts and 8 walks. On the other side, Gutierrez is 9-6, a 4.25 ERA, a 1.33 WHIP, and 108 innings pitched, 82 strikeouts and 41 walks. For me, I feel like this is a favorite or pass spot here. I definitely see some value on the Reds. I have them priced around minus 170 in this game. I'm not getting involved in this game, though. There's way better spots on this card than trying to get involved on a Pittsburgh Pirate game.
Yeah, no, I agree with that one. I didn't bet this one either. If anything, I was looking at the under. Gutierrez has just not really been pitching all that well. Nothing that I want to back with an under. Dylan Peters can get hit. And Cincinnati's offense can perform at moments. So it was looking like an under to me, but ultimately I passed on this game. Just not a spot I want to get to. I think I have 4 plays today and then 2 in the NFL. I'm just not too interested in this one.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I'm going back to the chat here. At 1-800-GAMBLER, anyone who bets on the Pirates. I did yesterday. Yeah, but moving on to the next game. Yeah, Wilcoff, yeah. Moving on. Not a great baseball slate, to be completely honest. Washington Nationals are at the Miami Marlins in this game. -106, -104 Peckham. Eric Fetty, Jesus Luzardo, the pitching matchup. Total of 8 in this game. Are you looking at getting to this one at all? I highly doubt it.
I might be.
For real?
Yeah, I have a bet in this one. I'm going over in this game. Over the 8. It's Eric Fetty and Jesus Luzardo. Luzardo, since coming to Miami, has been nothing but a run machine. He's allowed at least 2 runs in all of his starts, and multiple starts that allowed 4, 5, 5, 4, 7. So he has not been good since coming to Miami. I think he allows a bunch of runs up today, even at home. And on the other side, you get Eric Fetty, who has not been particularly good either. He did only allow 1 run up last time, but previous starts of that 5, 4, 5, 1, 3. So he is letting up runs as well. I think we get a little bit more of an offensive game in this one. Both teams get 4 runs and we're good to go, and that's what they've been pretty much allowing up the past couple games for these 2 pitchers. So over in this game. Normally I would call it 1-800-GAMBLER. But I found a spot on this one, and especially when you get later on in the year, if you want to bet multiple baseball games, you're going to need to bet some of the ugly ones. This is an ugly one, but I like the over.
Yeah, looking at this game, Eric Fetty is 7-9 this season, a 5.16 ERA, 1.41 WHIP, and 122 innings pitched. He does have 120 strikeouts and 44 walks and 20 home runs given up. Jesus Luzardo 3-4, a 6.75 ERA, 1.64 WHIP, 44 innings pitched, 40 strikeouts, and 26 walks. And I remember looking back at this trade. Oh, he's actually 5-8 with a 6.80 ERA and a 1.63 WHIP. That was just his record since joining the Marlins. And I got to think, if you're Miami in this spot, you feel like you got fleeced on that Sterling Marte trade, because Marte has been on absolute fire over in Oakland, and Jesus Luzardo has been serving up beach balls. This is a spot where I want nothing to do with this game. This is definitely. There we go. These are 2 teams that they are completely out of the mix. They have nothing to play for. I guess if you have to bet something, it's a favorite, or it's the home team in this one. Home team or nothing in this game. If I had a gun to my head, I had to put a bet on this game, it would be the team total for the Miami Marlins over 3.5. Am I betting this game? Absolutely freaking not. This is ugly as hell, and I have no need to get to this game.
Fair enough. We'll go ahead and move on then, if you're going to just keep being mean to me.
Yeah, back to the chat. There's a good transition. The White Sox. Any nerfy for today?
Yeah, maybe the game that we're about to go over.
Yeah.
Morning.
NFL was great. A great game with the Ravens last night. Yeah. We watched up to the point where they hit the over, and then we went on and did our own thing. So I didn't see the ending. Honestly, I wish I was saying the whole entire day that I was going to bet the Ravens if the line hit 4.5, and it never did. So unfortunately, I did not get to that. Moving on to our next game, though. Chicago White Sox are at the Detroit Tigers in this one. -220 for these White Sox, plus 200 run back on the Tigers here. Total of 9 in this game. Are you looking at this game at all?
Yes. This one's an under. We get a total of 9. Carlos Rondon, who, even though has dropped off a little bit for that Cy Young race, is still 12-5 with a 2.38 ERA. He's been pitching really solid the last couple games, allowing 4 runs in his last 20 innings against Cubbies, Toronto, Pittsburgh, and Boston, but has not allowed up many runs, and he's won his last 4 starts. On the other side, you get Matt Manning, who has been solid. Take out that game against Oakland, he's been pretty good. 1 run in 6, 1 run in 3, 1 run in 6, 2 runs in 4. he's been solid as well. I think he's able to slow down this White Sox offense. I like the under. Both teams have been trending under lately. 4-6 over/under record for Chicago White Sox, and 3-6-1 for the Detroit Tigers. So this one's an under spot for me. I like the two pitching matchups and low on the offense.
Yeah, looking at this game, Carlos Rodon, 12-5, a 2.38 ERA, and a .96 WHIP, 124 and 2/3 innings pitched, 175 strikeouts, and 32 walks. On the other side, Matt Manning is 4-6 with a 5.75 ERA, a 1.53 WHIP, and 72 innings pitched. My bad. 45 strikeouts and 24 walks. And my question for this game is, who let the dogs out? Because we are going with the big dog with this one. I like the Detroit Tigers here in the first 5 innings, plus 200. I had this game priced around -165, -170 for the White Sox. So I'm seeing definite, really nice value on the home dog here, divisional home dog. And get this, the Tigers have a better home record and you know how the Tigers are. And they have a better home record than their division leader on the road. This is the one thing with the White Sox that I just can't trust is when the White Sox go on the road. They're 36-37 on the road. And this is a team that's 21 games over 500. This is going to be a team that is going to struggle in the playoffs on the road. That's why I don't think this White Sox team is a team that I would want any interest in betting in the playoffs. I'll probably have a ticket on the Astros to win their series against the White Sox. The Detroit Tigers coming into this game have won 7 of their last 10 games. They've won back-to-back games. They're a team that, yes, they're eliminated. We get it. But this team is one of those teams where, yes, they're eliminated, but yes, I want to bet them. They've been super, super scrappy, and I like to see it. And they've beaten the Rays the last 2 games as well. They've only taken 2 out of 3 from the Rays. They 2 games swept the Brewers, and then they went on to take 2 out of 4 against the Rays. This is a scrappy Detroit team that is going to play spoiler at the end of the year. That's going to be their role. And I think that we're going to make some decent money with some Detroit underdog money. So I'm taking them in the first 5 innings, plus 200, taking a nice little shot on them today.
Real quick, mathematically, the Detroit's elimination number is 1. So they're not quite eliminated yet. I was doing the math.
So you're telling me there's a chance.
I was doing the math with the Toronto and all that stuff, and they still have an elimination number of 1. So they're done. It was a joke, but White Sox have a lucky number, magic number of 4 to clinch that division, and I think they're just going to try to coast from here. They need 4 wins or 4 losses from the Cleveland Indians or any type of thing in between. So they're going to be coasting. They're not going to, is White Sox classified teams going to get a rest his last game? These last games. I think they are one of those teams that you're not going to see much from the next couple games because they're not really playing for much. I will say coming down the stretch, teams to look out for. I can't even say Tampa because I think they're going to be clinched by the end of the week because their magic number is 6 to clinch the division. You're going to want to be looking at Boston, Toronto, and New York, and then Oakland for the AL, and Seattle you could go with too. National League, you're gonna be looking at Philly and Atlanta, and then Milwaukee is kind of clinched already. Their lucky number for the division is 3, so keep that in mind. Once they clinch the division, that would be a team to fade. St. Louis is still going to be in the running. Cincinnati is still going to be in the running for that. And then you're going to want to keep an eye out for everybody in the West until the Giants clinch the division. Once they do, then I would be careful with that too. Teams that have teams that clinch.
That will clinch. White Sox, because they have no threat of anyone taking over that division, considering that they're the team that's chasing them is 73 and 74 Indians.
Yeah, that's a clinch.
Tampa Bay, when they clinch, I feel like they're going to have the number 1 seed regardless in the American.
That's not entirely true.
I think that they're a team that I think they'll be okay with the number 1 seed. Like they're going to get it.
Yeah.
But the Tampa Bay Rays are a team that you're going to watch out for come when they do clinch, because they're going to be, I think, a team that is going to slow down a little bit. And then Milwaukee, I think Milwaukee, you might see Woodruff, Burns, and Peralta have their innings cut a little bit to make sure they're fresh for the playoffs, because that's going to be a very dangerous team come playoff time. So,
and I would be the most cautious about Milwaukee, because once they clinch division, they're not worried about trying to get that 1 seed, because they
want to face the Phillies or the Braves.
They want to face that National League East. So, they're not too concerned about that one.
All right. Moving on to our next game now. See, now we just got totally off on a tangent there. The Texas Rangers are at the New York Yankees in this one. Minus 260 for the Yankees, plus 231 for the Rangers. Total 8.5 in this game. We're getting Alexi and Cortez in this one. And looking at this one, I think this was probably the quickest crossout I had on my entire slate here. Alexi 2-0 with a 3.68 ERA, 1.02 WHIP, and 14 2/3 innings pitched. He does have 14 strikeouts and 9 walks. On the other side, Nestor Cortez is 2-2, a 2.60 ERA, a 1.05 WHIP, and 79 2/3 innings pitched. He has 87 strikeouts and 23 walks. I'm going to make this pretty plain and simple and cut and to the point. I'm passing on this game. I see no value in this game. It'd be a lean towards the dog if I had to go to anything, but I'm not betting a team that's 22 and 52 on the road. So easy pass for me here.
Yeah, I'm in the same exact boat. There is no reason to go and bet this game. Yankees are just way too widespread. It has to be Yankees or nothing, especially in Yankee Stadium. And the run line's a minus 143. I am not touching the Rangers, and this total has gone from a 9.5 to an 8.5, and I am not interested in that line movement. So this one is ugly. I am not looking into it. This one's probably one of my easiest passes of the day.
Fair enough. Sox will play Astros, and you're right. I think the Astros have the better overall rotation. They have the better overall talent, to be completely honest, and they can actually win on the road. So that's a huge key for me to betting playoffs or teams that are good on the road.
Yeah.
Marlins today against Fetty.
I got the over, so that's
why not? I mean, with a game that bad, just take the home team.
First 500, I'm guessing you're talking about the Yankee game.
I guess.
Maybe. Oops, sorry. We'll see. How about this beauty of a matchup right now?
Yeah, we have the Baltimore Orioles at the Philadelphia Phillies in this one. A minus 195 for the Phillies, plus 180 for the Orioles in this one. Total of 8 in this game. John Means, Ranger Suarez, your pitching matchup here. Are you looking at this one at all?
No. No, I am not. If anything, it's probably a lean towards the under, but I can't really back anything in this game. Phillies are minus 200. What is their run line at? A plus 110 for the Philly run line. That could be a little bit interesting. I didn't pull the trigger. I don't want to pull the trigger. John Means is John Means. He's been back to his better ways, I guess, a little bit. He's allowed 2 runs in his last 4 starts, like 2 runs per start. So it's been a typical end of the year since his injury. And the sticky band, he's just not been as good. So not a spot I like. I know I have something on the next game, but this one's ugly.
Yeah, looking at this one, John Means 5-7, a 3.41 ERA, one WHIP, 132 innings pitched, 118 strikeouts, 25 walks. Ranger Suarez has been surprisingly good, 6-4, a 1.50 ERA, a 1.04 WHIP, and 84 innings pitched, 86 strikeouts, and 31 walks. For this one here, I want to make this quick and easy too. I'm passing on this game. It was a lean towards the dog in this one with the Baltimore Orioles, strictly on the Sunday night fade. I'm not getting involved in this game, though. I'm not going to be betting it. There's no way I'm trusting the Orioles with my money. I will probably not bet the Orioles the rest of the season. So easy pass on this one for me.
Which the Orioles
are 47 and 102.
Have a astonishing record of that. And there was one other. Arizona hit the 100 loss too, right?
Yeah, I think they both hit it on the same day.
Yeah, Baltimore 47 and 102. Arizona 48 and 101. Do we have any other teams that could hit 100 losses? Pittsburgh has a shot to hit 100 losses, and the Texas Rangers do as well. That's fun.
Yep. But moving on down, we actually have a good matchup here. I think this is the marquee matchup of the day. The Toronto Blue Jays are at the Tampa Bay Rays in this one. You can get to the Toronto Blue Jays minus 125. It's a plus 115 run back here on the Rays. Total of 7.5 in this game. We're getting Ray versus Baz. This will be Baz's debut. Major League debut versus a perennial Cy Young contender and Robbie Ray. 12-5. A 2.64 ERA, a 1.01 whip, 177 and a third innings pitch, 233 strikeouts, and 43 walks. And looking at this game here, I'm going to stay off of this one. This is just a spot where I don't feel the need to get to this game. I'm being very selective on my baseball games for the rest of the season. And this one is just not one that reached my betting card. It'd be a lean towards the rate or the Jays, I guess, in this game on the first 5 run line at plus 105. But I just don't feel a need to get to this game with these two teams going the way they are. I mean, I think Tampa Bay is a team, wake up and bet the Rays, but they haven't been that way lately. They've lost back-to-back games. They've lost 6 of their last 10. They lost 2 out of 4 against Detroit, and then the 2 series before that, they lost 2 out of 3 from Detroit. So this is a Rays team that I'm seeing is coasting. You're seeing a lot of new names, whether it's Ends or whether it's Baz or whether it's whoever they're throwing in there. They just don't have the rotation right now to be able to just keep throwing out a bunch of different starters. And they weren't expecting players like Shane McClanahan to be taking a huge role this year. So, this is a spot where I'm going to just pass on this game. It'd be a lean towards the Jays on the first 5 run line, just because this is a rookie pitcher making his major league debut. So I think there's a pass for me.
Yeah, it used to be wake up and bet the Rays. Now it's wake up and bet the Jays. I know they've won 7 out of their last 10. Even though they won their last 2 games of that Minnesota series. They've been just solid. They've been a really solid team lately. And there's still, think of motivations at the moment. Tampa Bay is motivated on, let's not get injured. Let's just finish out the year. Toronto's motivated on, we still need to win to get to that wild card. They are currently in, I believe, they're currently in that second wild card spot, only a game and a half up on the Yankees. And the Yankees get a nice series in Yankee Stadium against the Rangers. So Toronto's looking at this one going, we need to take at least 2 out of 3 from this from the Rays right now, who are struggling, just trying to coast. Rays already know they're going to get to the playoffs. They already know that it's a good spot for them, so they're not concerned. Toronto's going to come into this. They have the possible Cy Young Award winner. What are there odds for players' futures? Yes. Robbie Ray, let's see, is currently a minus 275 to win the Cy Young.
Wow. Yeah, because Garrett Cole had an awful game yesterday. So
that's still a possibility. And he knows that he wants to get that Cy Young and that the Jays really need to win these games. So I'm going Toronto, taking them on the money line. I think it's a solid spot for them. And until we see a change in this Tampa Bay team, which I don't think I'm going to be betting on them much until playoffs. So going with the Toronto Blue Jays on the money line in this game.
Fair enough. All right. Yeah, Chiefs was an upset last night. Yeah, that was. Wake up and bet the Rays. Not right now. No.
Wake up and bet the Jays. What's up, guys? Earle Twins, let's get it. Let's cash today. Hit the like button, people. Let's get it. Yesterday was a little profitable for me. Could have been a little bit better, but can't complain. Made a little money. And that KC game last night was a crazy game. We had the over, so we turned it off in like the third quarter. So
yeah, we didn't watch the whole game.
But yeah, that looked like a really good game. Looked like a lot of fun. The only way I was really following it was I have Patrick Mahomes on my family fantasy league, and he did pretty well for me last night. So
that game did look like that.
Yes.
All right, but moving on to probably my favorite baseball game of the day here. The St. Louis Cardinals are at the Milwaukee Brewers here. You can get the Brewers for a -210 in this game, plus 195 run back here on the Cardinals. Total of 8 in this game. Woodford and Peralta is your pitching matchup for this one. Woodford 2-3, a 4.30 ERA, a 1.39 WHIP, and 52 and a third innings pitched, 40 strikeouts and 21 walks. On the other side, Peralta 9-4, a 2.57 ERA, a 0.95 WHIP, and 133 innings pitched, 181 strikeouts and 54 walks. And holy crap, this Cardinals team is red hot. Winners of 9 of their last 10 games, 8 in a row. They now lead the Cincinnati Reds by 3 games in that wild card spot. And I kept saying that second wild card spot was going to be going to the Cardinals. And I am firm and believing that now. This Cardinals team, we were looking at them at the trade deadline, and we were saying, why are they getting J.A. Happ and John Lester? Those guys have been solid. They've been nice little back of the rotation things. And then apparently it's 2015 in the world of Adam Wainwright. But looking at this game, we do have John Woodford pitching. I don't care, though. You're giving me huge plus money to take a team that's won 8 straight games. I doubled up on this Cardinals team today. I took them first 5 and full game money line, plus 185 in the first 5, plus 193 full game. This is definitely a spot where I really like the Cardinals here. I think they continue their run. And this is a Brewers team that I'm looking to – they're going to slow down a little bit now that they're basically clinching a playoff spot in a couple games, and they'll be fine. So give me the Cardinals here, first 5 in full game. And I'm going to try to find the clip of the show on Friday morning when I said bold take, the Cardinals are going to sweep the Padres. And look what they did. They only went in and swept the Padres. So I think that this is a Cardinals team that you guys got to have your eyes out for. And I'm on them first 5 in full game run line. You're going to see me. I think the Cardinals of September are going to be the Rays of August, where you wake up and bet that team. I'm going to wake up and bet the Cardinals pretty often for the rest of the season here. So give me the Redbirds plus 185 first 5, plus 190 full game.
As crazy as it sounds, I don't think the Brewers division is necessarily 100% safe. As crazy as that sounds. Throughout the next 2 weeks, these two teams will play each other 7 times, which is a lot, including this is the first game of a 4-game series in Milwaukee. And then the next week, at this point, they'll have 3 games in St. Louis. St. Louis will also have 4 games against the Cubbies, and 7 more games against the Cubbies. They'll have Brewers, Cubbies. I don't think they easily. If the Cardinals can take 6 out of the 7 of those Brewers games, and then they would have to completely sweep. They would have to completely sweep the Cubbies for the 7 games. I think it's still possible. I'm going to say statistically, Brewers have the toughest schedule coming up to end the season. Cardinals, Mets, Cardinals, Dodgers.
Oof.
That's the end of the year. And in St. Louis. Oh no, sorry. In Milwaukee for the 4 against St. Louis. In Milwaukee for the 3 against the Mets. At St. Louis, at Dodgers. So that's going to be the final 14 games of the season for them. That's why I said it's not 100% locked up. Brewers going to have an awful time of it. But
in 2011 vibes,
we'll
10
see.
Years later.
I think Milwaukee will be fine. It would take a very lot for them not to win that division. It would take them having an absolute collapse. And at that point, I wouldn't look for them at the World Series or to win a playoff matchup at that case. But going into this one, I am all over St. Louis. I know I went on a little bit of a tangent. St. Louis, I'm not going to get in front of this 8-game winning streak. And you're giving me a huge plus money for them on an 8-game win streak. I'm taking that all day. I'm going St. Louis in this matchup. I realized I didn't put the odds up for this one. Milwaukee's like a -200 favorite in this game. yeah, you're going to get slowed down production from this Milwaukee Brewers team. They're not going to try to go crazy and get their players hurt. Peralta is probably going to get a little bit of pitch limit and stuff like that. So I'm going with the St. Louis Cardinals in this matchup. I just think it's a solid spot.
All right, sounds good. Sounds good. Moving on here. The Houston Astros are at the LA Angels in this one. Framer Valdez, Jose Barria, the pitching matchup for this one. Minus 215 for the Astros, plus 195 for the Angels. Total of 9 in this game. We get Framer Valdez 10-5, a 3.26 ERA, 1.27 WHIP, 116 innings pitched, 109 strikeouts, and 50 walks. On the other side, Barria is 2-3 with a 4.93 ERA, 1.54 WHIP, and 94 and a third innings pitched, 30 strikeouts, and 19 walks. Looking at this matchup here, I'm going to stay off this game. It'd be a lean towards these Astros, but I feel like this is a spot where I just don't need to get involved in this game. I think this Astros team is just a bit juicy. Minus 145 in the first 5 run line. Just a little bit too much for my rankings for today. So this is a spot where I was leaning towards the Astros here in the first 5 innings. I just did not pull the trigger on this one.
Yeah. I will say I don't have any more plays until that football game. I'll be just easy with that one.
I have one more play.
This one, yeah, obviously pass for me. Maybe a lean towards the home dog in the Angels, but only because you can probably get them at a plus 200 in some books. Let's see, what are they on my book? 195. So maybe a lean towards them. They haven't. I mean, it hasn't been pretty for them, but I'm not laying the minus 235 on Houston and on that run line on minus 135. I think the value is on the Angels, but I'm not going after this here. Not a chance.
Fair enough. Moving on here. We're going to – what's your take on the – I don't hate it. Matt Manning's looked good. And
why not? I have the under for that game, so it kind of works out nicely for me.
Yeah, why not? Moving on here. Atlanta Braves are at the Arizona Diamondbacks. This is a minus 186 for the road favorites of the Braves here, plus 170 for the Diamondbacks. Total of 9 in this game. Yeskar Yanoa and Mejia. I'm trying to remember. This is Humberto Mejia in this one. Total of 9 in this game. I'm assuming you're not getting to it. What are you looking at?
No, it's not an interest to me. Once again, if anything, maybe a lean towards the Diamondbacks at home. But this Braves team is not looking. They're starting to crumble. Philadelphia could easily sneak up for this spot. And I don't want to sound crazy, but the Mets are still only 5.5 games back and still have a series against the Braves for the last series of the year. So I think this is still a little bit of a competitive NL East. And even though they're in Arizona, I don't think that they have an easy series here. So for me, I wouldn't mind leaning towards the Diamondbacks in this one. I know they're a bad team, but at least they're at home where they're a little bit better than they're on the road. But I don't know. This one's just not an option for me. I would only lean Arizona just because there's a little bit of value there. I don't see any value on Atlanta right now. This is a sell low spot for them. Don't go after them right now, and wait until they get a little bit more. Because I know, looking at Atlanta's rest of the season, just to get an idea of where we think they're going to be able to try to get their games to clinch, they've got 4 against Arizona, 4 against the Padres, 3 against the Phillies, 3 against the Mets. So this is still a very competitive NL East. And they're gonna have to win these games out west, and I don't know. I don't think they do. I think they have a little bit of a struggle against this Arizona team. So I'm passing on this game and moving on.
Yeah, looking at this game for me, Yanoa's 4-5, a 3.26 ERA, 1.02 WHIP, and 77 and a third innings pitched, 86 strikeouts, and 21 walks. On the other side, Mejia is 0-1 with a 4.91 ERA, 1.55 WHIP, 11 innings pitched, 10 strikeouts, and 3 walks. And for me, if I had to get to play in this game, I would take the Braves' first 5 run line at minus 125. That's the only place I see any type of remote value in this game. This is an easy pass for me. I have no reason to go after an Arizona game here. other than to fade them. Also, Atlanta's a better road team than they are at home. They're 6 games over 500 on the road. They're only 1 game over 500 at home. So,
yeah. But, yeah, nothing from this game. This one's kind of gross. TJ Hawkinson, anytime touchdown tonight, plus 220. I sure hope so. I have him on my fantasy team.
All right, we'll move on then. Final game of the baseball slate, and then we will get into that football game, and then we're going to head on out. We get the Seattle Mariners at the Oakland Athletics in this game. We're getting the Athletics as a minus 175 favorites, a plus 160 run back here on the Mariners. Total 8 in this game. Tyler Anderson and Sean Manaea, your pitching matchup in this one. Anderson 1-1 with a 3.67 ERA, a 1.22 WHIP, and 49 innings pitched. He does have 39 strikeouts and 9 walks. That's his stats with Seattle. On the other side, Sean Manaea 10-9, a 3.95 ERA, a 1.23 WHIP, and 161 and 2/3 innings pitched, 177 strikeouts and 38 walks. And looking at this game here, we do have a red hot Oakland team that's finally starting to put up some runs here. And they've won 7 of their last 10 games. They've won 5 in a row. And I want to ride that a little bit here. I'm going to ride the Oakland Athletics. They're on a nice little winning streak. I'll take them in the first 5 run line in this game. You can get that for a minus 115 here. I think they can get a couple runs against Tyler Anderson and be able to have a lead at the end of 5.
Yeah, no, I don't want that. Once again, I didn't bet it. I have my 4 baseball plays today, and I have the 2 football ones. At this point, it's not a game I'm interested in looking at. If anything, look towards Oakland. They've won 5 straight. This series will have a little bit of impact for wild card if Seattle wants any shot at it anymore. They're currently 4 games back, and they would need to do a lot. And they would need to jump over Oakland. They would need to jump over Yankee, and then either Toronto or Boston. So it's a very tricky spot for Seattle. Oakland is putting themselves right back up in that race. They've won 5 straight. So if anything for me, it's a look towards Oakland. It has to be on the run line, but ultimately no bet for this one.
All right. That's going to wrap it up for the baseball version of this stream. Good call on football games yesterday. Twins, everything seemed just about on point. And for the most part, the Panthers game, I rode with y'all and was a little nervous can catch that Bears play. I'm so glad I bet the Bears. I'm pissed I didn't bet the Panthers. I had 2 teams that I liked them with the points and on the money line yesterday that I just didn't get around to betting in. The Panthers, Ravens would have been 2 really nice cashes for me. So unfortunately, I didn't bet those. I sometimes I should just bet it regardless. But yeah, I mean, it was a good football day yesterday.
Rays, Jays. I like the Jays.
Pass. All right, moving on. Football tonight. Monday Night Football. You got the Detroit Lions at the Green Bay Packers in this one. Green Bay minus 11.5 in this game. Total 48.5 in this game. And looking at this game, we have Green Bay Packers coming in 0-1 after an embarrassing loss in Jacksonville against the New Orleans Saints. Still sounds kind of weird. And then the Detroit Lions coming off of a win again, or a loss against San Fran, where they started to come back at the end and they really put up a threat. And looking at this game here, I do have 2 plays on this one. For starters, I'm expecting a bounce back for this Green Bay Packers team. I got a minus 11.5. But then I was looking through lines this morning, and I saw one that caught my eye as well. First quarter, Detroit Lions over the half a point, plus 105. All I need is a field goal in that first quarter, and I cash that play. So I really like this Detroit Lion play there too. Team total over in the first quarter. This could be a 21-3 first quarter in favor of the Green Bay Packers, and I'm still cashing the Detroit Lions in that spot. Yes, I think the Packers run away with this game, and this is going to be a pissed off Packers team that is going to be putting up plenty of points tonight. So I don't hate the full game team total for the Green Bay Packers as well. But overall for this game here, I have Green Bay minus, I got it at 12. It's now 11.5. I like it even better at 11.5. And I got the Detroit Lions team total over half a point at plus 105.
Yeah, no, I like this. I like both of those bets. I have the same exact ones. Green Bay should be a good comeback spot for him in Green Bay. And I just like the spot for it. Hopefully we see some more production from Aaron Rodgers, who had his worst professional game in his career week 1 against the Saints. I think obviously that's a fluke. I think he comes back. I think it's a really good spot for him. And then, me and Nick were both looking through the slate, and we saw the first quarter Detroit over a half points at plus money. And we're like, come on, really? All they have to do is get a field goal in that first quarter, and they're good. I think they can score a touchdown in the first quarter. I think Hawkinson can get the touchdown in that first quarter. There you go. To however mentioned that plus 220. No, I think it's a good spot for that over in that first quarter. I think that's anytime you get anything that's less than 3 in the first quarter, you got to kind of jump on it. So I like that. And then I went that minus 6, the minus 11.5 for Green Bay. I think that's a good spot for them. Those are 2 plays.
All right. Sounds good. Steelers killed me on that. Yeah, I didn't bet that game. I was back and forth all week long, so I was like, nope, I'm good. But that's going to wrap it up for the show today. A little bit of we're going to have a recap, a little bit of housekeeping. So go ahead with your housekeeping there, Tim.
Yeah. As I normally say, if you guys are new to the channel, like, comment, subscribe, share, do all that good stuff. We are currently sitting at 1190, so 10 subscribers away from 1,200. Help us get there. Keep sharing us out. Appreciate all the support. Trying to reach 2,000 by the end of the year. I think that's reasonable. I think we could possibly do that, especially with NFL and NBA and college basketball and everything coming up. I think that's possible. Also, check out the links in the description. As I mentioned each time, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Discord, and Facebook. Every 100 followers, and we'll do a 7-day giveaway for our premium plays on those platforms. So go ahead and check those out. Picks and parlays and our premium plays are also linked down below. So go ahead and check those out. And speaking of picks and parlays, Craig did his show a little while ago. Me and Nick at 10 o'clock. Me and Nick I will also be live tomorrow, 10 o'clock a.m. It will be with Tony Cobbs because the Detroit Lions play tonight, and that should be enough saying that that Lenny will not be joining us tomorrow. Then later on today, Higgs at 11, Higgs at 12, Allie at 1:30. Sorry, not Allie. Lenny at 1:30 with their Manic Monday 3-leg parlays to get those together.
I'm going to go in and throw the Packers in there just to piss them off.
I'm going to throw the Packers and the Detroit Lions first quarter one in there just to have fun with it. But I go with that. And then 6 o'clock for game time decision. And then that should pretty much be it. I'll obviously keep an eye out for free pick videos. Those should be coming out as well. But that should be everything. A little bit of a recap and then heading on out. For baseball today, I got 4 plays. I got the under in that White Sox game, over in the Miami game. I got the Toronto Blue Jays and the St. Louis Cardinals. And then for my NFL today, Green Bay minus 11.5 and the Detroit Tigers first quarter team total over a half a point at plus 105.
Yeah, for me, I'm on the Cardinals first 5 and full game money lines. I'm on the Detroit Tigers first 5 money line. I'm on the Cleveland Indians and their game 1 of the doubleheader. And I'm on the Oakland Athletics first 5 run line for baseball. I'm on the Packers minus 12 and the team total over half a point for the Detroit Lions in that first quarter. But that's going to just about wrap it up for this stream. We want to thank you guys, as always, for watching. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Turn on those post notifications so you guys are notified each and every time we are live here on ESB, which is every single morning, 10 or 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. But that's going to just about wrap it up for this one. My name is Nicholas Earle. I'm joined here by my brother Tim, and this has been another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. We want to thank you guys, as always, for watching, and good luck today.
See you.